Okay, thanks for coming to the How to YouTube workshop. It's pretty easy, and I'm going to say that lightly because there's not a lot of you can mess up, and if you do, you can just delete it. So essentially, the purpose of this is to reuse any of your video media materials that you use, either if you use stories or reels, or if you use TikTok and you have stuff. Obviously, we record those on our phone primarily, but you can save that on your phone and then re-upload that onto YouTube and it'll just sit. What's perfect about it is that it's attached to any Gmail account, which applies to our Alan Tate email accounts. Therefore, it is a free service. YouTube has always been free. So what's good about it is that anyone can share anything they want. Well, I say that loosely, but appropriately can share whatever they want on YouTube. So, and it's an infinite amount. There is no finite amount of videos that you can share on there. So, and they have their own algorithm searches. So if someone is looking up houses in the Charlotte X whatever region, the more they look up, the more your videos may get pushed to these individuals. So it's similar to that of hashtags, with social media, including hashtag Charlotte real estate or hashtag NC houses, stuff like that. So getting on top of all that stuff and then being able to just kind of have the algorithm of YouTube spread your videos out. And we'll look at an example of one of my listings that I had 2 years ago and how that kind of turned out. So like I mentioned before, if you're logged into your Alan Tate Gmail account, you should already have a setup on YouTube. So if you go to youtube.com, if you aren't currently signed in, it may ask you to do that thing that happens on when we log into Moxie, and it'll say use your speaking of which, use your Alan Tate Gmail. It's my personal account. You can use your Alan Tate Gmail to sign in. So like I said, it's free, and I don't think you actually have to sign up physically for it, not like it used to. This is your dashboard area, so it may take some things that you have looked at before or just try to promote certain videos to you that they think might be interested in it. I don't really look at a whole lot of stuff on this account per se. So this is just mostly random things. A lot of these features are just as typical YouTube goes from a consumer's perspective. And what I mean by that is just anyone who wants to look up videos. You have your home here. So this is just like a home place. They have an explore page, which if you want to look up a specific topic or anything that is quote trending on YouTube, things that are popular and just seem to be gaining a lot of views. Subscriptions, if you subscribe to anyone, those will be here. I think I'm just subscribed to my cousin on this account. Yeah, these are all his videos. Library, these are things that are pertaining to your personal library. So I have some watch laters. These are some training videos that I've recorded before and uploaded them to YouTube. And it's got some other stuff here. Nothing too important for knowing that you're going to upload your own videos. Let's see, they've got a history count. They've got your videos. So when you go here, it'll take you to the YouTube Creator Studio, which is separate because these are for when you're uploading your own videos. But we'll talk about that in a second. You can look at some other things and then just some other recommended items here. None of these are super important, especially when you're just trying to focus on uploading content. Now, there's two ways to get to your YouTube Creator Studio. One is what I had before, the Your Videos. So this just takes you to your library. There's also this button up here at the top called Create, and it'll give you two options to upload or go live. When it says go live, it's kind of like on Facebook, if you're familiar with live streaming, where you just go live and it just starts recording and people can look at it or view it while you're recording yourself or something. It's similar to that. I don't think a lot of users have this feature unless they have a certain amount of subscribers. which is okay. I don't know, it may be like 1,000. And then I think it's something that you have to get approved. I don't think it's something that you can just, accidentally do on your own. So I'm not too familiar with that. But let's just say we're going to upload a video. And this is the simple part of it. And I wish I was doing this in person because it is actually a lot easier to do on your phone. With this, you would have to either upload your video or send it to you yourself via email and download it on your device, whether if it's an iPad or if it's an iPad or something tablet, it may be connected to your phone and be able to access those videos that you have saved there, and or a computer or laptop or Mac device. So you may have to either add it to your personal drive on Google and then download it to your device and then have that here. Now this opened up the channel studio for me. So it's similar to this, but it doesn't have that create button pulled up. So I would just do that here again. So we've essentially achieved the same end goal here. I'm just going to exit out of the screen. So you can drag and drop files. So you can just pull up your folder, which I know that you may all not be able to see, but I've currently pulled up my folder. I'm currently looking for a video. Sure, let's use this video. So I'm going to drag and drop this photo or video so you can visually see. So the arrow just went down, meaning that it's ready to start uploading. I just dropped that in there. Another way you can do that is if you just click on that and it'll open your folder automatically. So this is basically the video. So here are like the bare bones of what the video is going to look like on YouTube. And it's very intuitive, and it basically you just follow the guidelines of what it's asking and you fill it out as needed. And I'm not even doing anything at the moment, and it's currently uploading the video for me. I don't have to, saying it's currently at 99%. So it's just uploaded actually as I'm talking. I don't think it's only a 2-minute video, which is fine for this scenario. The longer the video or the more higher quality of the video, the longer it will take. And you don't have to babysit it. It will upload it eventually. So let's just say, I'm not really 100% sure what's in this, but I saw that it had said buy-side, so I'm just going to put buy-side training. Description. So if you were to theoretically do like a virtual tour, you could put like public remarks here or anything else that you can add to help the viewer potentially learn more information. You could probably put your own information, maybe your website link or your email, phone number, any kind of contact information, or a link to the property address website for theallentate.com, or anything else that you would want to try to have available for anyone who views your video. So I can probably just add description there as a placeholder if I can spell. So looking on the right, or here it says this is the title, and you can kind of catchy title that can help hook your viewers. And then a description, so it gives you like a little brief thing to kind of have a guidelines on how to describe your video. Video link, this is what you can share. So this will be what people in the public will see, or if you have it unlisted or private, this is just the link for the video. You can click this to copy the link. So if if you're going to share it for later, you can go ahead and just copy this and send that in. When it says file name, this is just the name of the file that has come from your computer. So scrolling down here, they have thumbnails. So YouTube will pick 3 random frames in the entirety of the video and kind of give you a recommendation. Or if you can upload your own video. So back to the virtual tour example I came up with, it may give you a random moment where it shows off the kitchen or the front yard or whatever. You can upload your own video. So if you upload your own thumbnail that will show, it's kind of like a preview. If you make a flyer, or if you have someone make a flyer for you, if you have a photographer that has like a property photo image, you can upload that into there and that'll pull from your desktop or documents folder. So you can just pick a random one. And so I'll just leave that there for now. So playlist, you can create your own playlist for your channel. So maybe one, if you are interested in making an abundance of videos with various topics, or with virtual tours, or maybe home buying tips or home selling tips, or just tips in general about the real estate market, or if you want to do your own market update, which is quick stats per quarter or per year, or just looking back, or just frequently asked questions. You can have various playlists that you can house these topics for. So I've added a few of them. So for me, I have recorded trainings. I make a playlist of all my recorded trainings. So if I have any agents who want to just go through my videos and just watch some trainings that I've recorded before, there's a whole playlist where they can view various types. Now, if I go through and do an open house for the weekend, I may go through and record an open house, kind of a preview or a little bit of an invitational video to help entice people to come view the open house. So I may just have a backlog of open house videos that I've done before, so people can kind of see what other homes are out there if they're interested in looking at videos. Real estate topics, maybe I have a weekly video that goes out that talks about various real estate topics, and I can include those there. Or I can just do general home tours. So if I decide to record a video of me going through, maybe these are for buyers, out of town buyers, or maybe buyers who couldn't make it, or maybe we're still in this fast-paced market where a buyer can't make a showing, but they're comfortable with me going in and recording a video and then sharing it with them. I will say that doing that as a way of getting out a video of a property to a buyer is easier than trying to record the video, download it to your phone, then email it to them, and then have them download it either to their phone or device. This way you can just share it online and then just send them the link. They can view it whenever they want, and it takes a whole lot less time than having to constantly upload and then download and then share and then download and then upload. It's a longer process, and if you don't have very tech savvy buyers, it may be more difficult. But this way you can just share this link and they should be able to access it and share it if you have it set up that way. So some of this pops up a lot, which is the audience stuff, whether or not it's made for kids. Now, initially hearing this phrase, you're under the impression that is it appropriate for children, because we do think of the rated G, PG-13 or rated R as our video knowledge on whether or not a certain video is appropriate for types of audiences. YouTube is a special scenario because they have a law that was enacted, or an act that was enacted, I think last year. So I'm not going to go delve too much in the litigation of this, but essentially, when making videos that are designed to appeal to children, and that means, Thomas the Tank Engine, stuff like that, Peppa Pig, or I'm just trying to think of random things like Mr. Rogers. If you're making material that does actively try to appeal to children, you follow under certain guidelines, a little bit more stringent guidelines, making sure you don't promote anything that's inappropriate or exposing the children to inappropriate topics. Now, I'm not worried that most agents would fall into this scenario, but when you see, is this made for kids, I would recommend everyone just say, no, it's not made for kids. Now, this isn't meaning that children shouldn't watch this, and obviously we know these are topics that might be beyond the brain, this capabilities of a child understanding how due diligence works. But this is basically saying you're not making Barney type content and you're trying to have kids watch it, because they have a separate YouTube, kind of like on Netflix, where they have like kids Netflix. This is similar to that. And then you'll also see age restriction. This is where it falls into lines between anyone over the age of 18 anyone under the age of 18 shouldn't watch this. Now, this is more of that, is this mature content, meaning that is it inappropriate for children under 18? We all know that it's highly unlikely that someone under the age of 18 is going to purchase a home, but doesn't mean that if a 13-year-old happened to fall across this video that they shouldn't watch it. So no, don't restrict my videos over 18 or older. This basically means if they have a Gmail account and they try to view this video and I do have it restricted, it'll basically require them to verify their birthday before they're watching the video. Not really necessary in this scenario. You won't get in trouble if you don't restrict your YouTubers, unless you're having very mature content, which I wouldn't worry about that. I don't think that most agents would run in that scenario. Some of this other stuff is not really necessary. You can add tags here. This is where you wouldn't do a hashtag. You would just mainly say real estate. And it's similar to that Instagram or whatever Facebook that have various topics. You don't have to do this, but you want to do this for hit next, and then you can also add in kind of pop-ups on the screen. These are not necessary. These are only really kind of like condiments. You can add subtitles if you want. You will have to manually do them, and maybe most people may not use this function anyway, so I wouldn't put a whole lot of effort into this. Adding an end screen is basically promotes another video. This is more advanced stuff that doesn't really add to the experience of sharing content with you. Just want to make sure that people can get their videos out there. So I'm just going to skip that. Copyright checks. If you have added music in your radio, YouTube has an outlook information about stealing intellectual property. You may think it's a big deal. Companies who own music find it a very big deal, and they don't want people just using their music in their videos. I don't know why, but you basically don't pay for the rights to use their music however you want for advertising purposes, so therefore they do not want people just to willy-nilly use their music. Back to the whole Napster thing, if anybody knows what that is. I'm not implying that we're stealing music, but I'm trying to connect the similarities between them thinking that people were stealing their intellectual property. So they're having no issues. I have had issues before where an agent recorded a video in a baseball park and they were playing Rod Stewart's version of The First Cut is the Deepest, and you could barely hear it in the background, and they actually copyright the thing, which basically just means the video still plays. It's just that in the event that I were to make any advertising money, if the ads were to play on my video and I would get a paycheck for it, I wouldn't get the money. Rod Stewart would, which is fine with me because I didn't expect to make any money. But at the same time, I did find it bizarre that they were able to pick up his song in the background of a video. So if you're running that issue, that's probably what happened. Now, the last thing we have to go through is visibility. This is where you can decide whether or not how to have your video accessible to any intended audiences. For private, this is a manual sharing. So kind of like if you're sharing a document on Google Drive or giving someone permission to edit or view or comment on one of your documents for review or for whatever purpose you desire. This basically means that only you and the people you can choose watch your videos. So if I were to invite myself or a client and they still get the video link, however, they can share this link all they want, but as long as I don't have any of their people they're sharing it to have the ability to access it, they can't view look at it. Now, if you have a video unlisted, this means that anyone with this video link can view it. So if I were to share this video with a client and then they were to take that link and share it with their spouse or parent or guardian or friend or sibling or whoever, they will be able to view it. Now, when it says unlisted, this means that people cannot accidentally stumble across this video. You could go on right now and type in buy-side training. You will never find this video on YouTube or anywhere on Google. It will never suggest this video exists. If I share you the video link, you will get it. public, this means that people can find the video by accident, people can look it up on purpose, people can share the link however they want. Anyone can find it. So in the scenario that, doing a property hasn't gone live yet, and I'm going to make sure it's unlisted or privated, and then when it goes live, I will then unlist it or make it public. They do have a Premiere, which basically does like a countdown video, countdown thing that kind of people can come in and wait for the video to go live at a specific time or date. You can schedule a video. So if you know you're having a video or a listing that's going live, let's just say on the 15th, next Monday, I can set this to the 15th on Monday to go at 12 a.m. or I can do 7 a.m. This basically means that this video will sit on YouTube in the background, and then once it hits Monday at 7 a.m., it'll go live, and then people will be able to see it. But I'm not worried about that at the moment, so I will just make it unlisted. So now I hit save, and then now it's telling me that the video is published. So after that long-winded explanation, the video has already uploaded. The video link is here, and I can copy this and share it. And you can also go ahead and share it on Facebook, Twitter if you use it, Reddit. There might be a few more. LinkedIn. It doesn't. Oh, it does have Facebook. I was wondering. Or maybe I was thinking Instagram. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, it'd be difficult to share it on Instagram unless you wanted to post this link in your bio. So I'm going to hit close, and this is my library of content. These are all my videos that I have recorded. So I can, and it shows the visibility. So a lot of these are unlisted, and I have a public one. This one was my virtual showing for one of my listings. Gives the date. This screen also shows you how many views you have, how many comments, the like ratio versus dislikes, anything like that. On the left side, these are some other things that you can look at. So all your playlists, any analytics that you have. If you want to look at these, none of this is all extra stuff that you can look at. All your comments. So unlisted. So yes, an unlisted video, no one can search the video. So since that was, so I can test it now. A good one is probably how to set up more in depth. So this is an unlisted video. If I were to go to youtube.com, and I'm just going to post in the exact title. This is the exact title for this video right here. I am unable to find it. I'm looking at Transformer stuff apparently. So unable to locate this video. Not that I mind if people find this video. It's just that if they're not in the Allen Tate company and they're not taking advantage of the Private In campaign, it's really unnecessary for them to look at it. But yeah, so I couldn't find this video or any of these. Now this one is public. This one was my listing that I had. So if I go to this video, so here's the video. So I'm going to circumvent and find this video on YouTube. Go back to youtube.com. I'm going to post that in here, and then I'm going to search, and there it is with my channel here. So if you search for the video, this one's public, so then they'll be able to find it on here. And essentially this video is just me standing around the neighborhood and inside the house and panning from right to left in each of the corners. So I just kind of threw this together in the afternoon, and then I came back home and put all the clips together and then uploaded it to YouTube. They do have, which is a little bit of an advanced feature, they do have a editing function in YouTube, which isn't 100% necessary, but if you wanted to, let's say, add music to it, once you click on the pencil to look at the video a little bit more, you can edit the description, you can edit the title again, kind of go through all those things that I was explaining earlier. Another thing you can do is go down here and look at the editor. Under the editing screen, it's got basically the entire video here with the audio that follows along with it. You can also add audio, so you'll see these little plus symbols next to the music. So this is saying video, audio, blur. You can blur out portions in the video or any kind of end screen, which is just, it recommends a next video. So if I wanted to add a track, it's got a library of free music. Back to what I was saying earlier about not using copyrighted music, stuff that you would hear on the radio, most likely. They have tons of free music, and you can search by genre, mood, name of the artists that are on here, duration. So if you want, like, what is this, a minute 55? I might get look up a minute 55 song that plays throughout the entire thing. So if I wanted to search for, let's just say jazz, they've got tons of jazz options here. You can test them out by hitting this little plus button or play button here. I don't know, is it playing? Oh, I don't think it is. There we go. I don't know if that's too loud or not, but that's loud. So yeah, you can go through all these, and if you don't like these, you might could do, you know, maybe you think those are too much, you might could type in smooth jazz. That's not very smooth. So you might could argue that that's a little bit more smooth. They do have holiday type stuff too. I typed in Christmas or holiday stuff, if I could spell. They even got whatever I just typed in, I saw. Jingle Bell 7. So you can add stuff like that if you want. You can kind of just keep typing until you find something that you would like to use. And then once you're satisfied with what it is, you'll just click this add button, and it'll go ahead and add it here. So the song is West Bad, and then shows up in the video. So if I hit play on the video, the video is playing right now. So this is currently what's going on in the video. Very exciting now that there's music. So all we then do is just save changes. And it's going to take a little while because it has to re-upload or it has to reprocess with the music going on in the background. So we can just wait. The video, none of the links change. If people try to view it, it may just say video is currently being processed right now. Check again later. So you can just wait. You can exit off the screen and come back and look for it later. So if I go back to my channel, and go here to my content page, video is still currently processing. So even though I exit out of the page, it's going to keep doing its thing until it's ready to go. But essentially, that's pretty much it. You can change. So if you wanted to, let's say if it was private and you wanted to manually come in. So once you open up the video, visibility is down here, and you can change it however you want. Trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think that's it for, I think that's pretty much it. Do you have any questions or anything? No? Okay. Alrighty, well, that's pretty much it. Those are the basics of YouTube and kind of how to get a video on there. I'd recommend reusing a lot of your material. Like I said, it is free. Yeah, you're very welcome, Jill. It's free. You can do as many videos as you want. You might, even if it's 30 seconds, you might as well have it on there. What's the worst that can happen? More people see you, and you get some more opportunities to, you know, start building up a marketing backlog of content for people to see, and you can share it on social media how much or however you want. So just a good way to repurpose old material that you have used and just having multiple facets of getting it out there. So, well, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Vicky, I hope this was informative to you. I know we've talked about this before, but if you or anyone needs more assistance with this or want a more deeper dive, let me know, and I'd be more than willing to help. All righty. Well, thank you, and hope you have a good weekend.